Good morning, and how are you this morning? It is a beautiful morning here. Sun is shining, and I'm looking forward to getting out for a walk later. So, I thought this week I would chat a little bit about why kegels aren't working for you. So, if you've been prescribed kegels, which I think you will have done at some point along your journey, and you may well have been doing those as often as you can, but finding that you're still not getting any results or any good. Hang on a second. Yeah, you're not seeing any results, or you might be seeing small results and then everything goes back. I thought I'd explain why Kegels might not necessarily be working for you. So, this is the pelvis, and it is designed to hang in a certain way so that these hip bones and the pubic bone are in line with each other. These are our sitting bones, the bones that we need to be sitting on. But what we tend to do, and what a lot of our furniture does, is cause us to sit so that we have a tucked under pelvis, and we end up sitting more on the bottom of our spine, the sacrum and the coccyx. Now, what this does, having the pelvis in this position while you're sitting, you will end up shortening the muscles that help to hold the pelvis in place. So that is the muscles in the legs, in the back, in the glutes. And so you'll find you end up being in this either tucked under position. This is the majority of us. Even when you're standing up, and when you're moving around, when you're lifting things, carrying things, doing most of your life, you'll just adopt this tucked under position. Sometimes people end up with their bums sticking out.
That's a male.
Thank you, sweetheart. Their bum sticking out, so the pubic bone is more behind the hip bones. But regardless what you do, which one of those you do, this is, let's have a look. So this is the bottom of the pelvis. This is where your pelvic floor muscles are, and there's several of them. There's several different types. But what happens is the pelvis is tucked under. I'm never very sure how to show this. And the muscles, the distance between here and here shortens, and the muscles themselves get tighter. They shorten too. They don't end up being baggy and loose. It's a bit the same as when you've been sitting on the computer and you're in this kind of hunched over position for a long time. When you stand up, you can feel all your muscles are tight. So what you want to do is stretch, don't you? Have a really big stretch, and you just lengthen and put movement into those muscles. What you don't do in this position is then do exercises to tighten that even more, because that would be painful, and you could feel that that's doing the opposite to what your body needs, which is to stretch and open. So if your pelvic floor muscles are shortened because of the way you've been carrying your pelvis throughout your daily life, when you're doing Kegels, you're actually shortening those muscles even more, making them tighter and tighter. And muscles that are really tight are also really weak. They won't be able to hold what's happening, what's inside your pelvis. So your bladder pushes on there. I might find your intestines push on there. Everything pushes on there. That's why you get the prolapse and the leaks and the incontinence, because it's just tight muscle that's not giving and being able to move, open and close. So when you're breathing, your diaphragm and your pelvic floor move in conjunction with each other, so they move gently up and down with each breath. If they're tight and tense, then that's not happening, and that's when you get the pressure building up on the pelvic floor, and that's why you're getting your problems and why your Kegels just aren't going to do anything. So what we need to work on, rather than just tightening or working on the pelvic floor muscles is getting the pelvis back in balance. And to do that is not just a case of like forcing with like a brace type effect, because that won't do any help you at all, because you're just going to create more pressure further up and down the body. So the pelvis is amazing. The pelvis is joined to the upper body via muscles and ligaments and tendons, and it's joined to the legs as well. And everything, all your body parts are all joined together via the muscles and the way the muscles join to different parts of the body. So in order for you to work on getting your pelvic floor to work properly, you need to start addressing what's happening above and below the pelvis. You need to lengthen shortened muscles, which have got shortened from sitting too much, from poor posture, even the type of shoes you wear can shorten muscles. You need to release any tight, tense muscles, and that's a different exercise to lengthening. Releasing tight muscles is about allowing them to, it's about supporting yourself in a position that and then taking time to allow those muscles to just breathe and release and relax. It's a bit like if you're picking up a caterpillar and it curls up, you can't uncurl that caterpillar by keep poking at it and pulling it and stretching it. It will carry on getting tighter and tighter. But if you just let it sit on your hand, it will gently uncurl and start to move. And that's what we want to do when we're thinking about releasing tight muscles. And then the last thing we want to do is strengthen muscles, strengthen the muscles that support the pelvis, but also strengthen the muscles that help to hold your body in alignment. So that is what we're looking at when you need to create a that's what we're talking about when I say I've got a whole body approach to pelvic floor issues, is that we're looking at the whole body, and why the whole body fits together and works together, and why it's important to be addressing any postural or tightness issues, or weakness issues along the way in the whole body, to then gradually get the results you want. And those results will be long lasting. They will be have the knock-on effect that they'll get rid of any chronic back pain that you have, hip pain, foot pain, neck pain, shoulder pain. If you've always got tight shoulders, readjusting your posture and your postural habits will help not only ease those shoulder pains, but look at the pelvic floor as well. So that is a little bit about the course. Well, that's not, it is a little bit about the course. It's a little bit about why it's important to take a whole body approach, why your kegels aren't working, and why you need to really think about sort of the whole picture of your body rather than just one small area. So you can take this further. I've got an online course that you can work on just at your own pace. And I've also got coming up a membership program where you'll come and work with me for 6 months in a small group. I'm thinking about 6 people. And we'll meet up 3 times a month to go through exercises, lifestyle changes, self-care tips, and questions and answers. So you'll be working with me live rather than on the online, where you can just work on your own with recorded videos. So that is coming. The membership program is coming in April, and I'm really, really looking forward to that, because it's going to be so much fun. It's going to be it's fun working with other people and seeing the aha moments. I'm keeping it online because we don't know what's happening in regards of in-person working, so I'm keeping this one online so we can carry on working regardless of what happens in the outside world. And it is just fun to work with a group of people and see you having these aha moments and understanding exactly why things are happening, why sometimes they're worse, why sometimes your symptoms are worse, and how you can address that. So yeah, it'll be good fun. I'll drop the link so you can go and read up a little bit more about the course and sign up, or buy the online one if that's what you want to do. If you've got any questions, drop them in the comments below, and have a fantastic week. And I will speak to you, if not during the week, next week, when I'll be talking a little bit more about why your symptoms are worse at other times of the week or the month or the day than they are at other times. All right, take care. Bye bye.